Hello everybody, this video is going to be a little bit different because I actually recorded this at around 3 a.m. in the morning, and as some of you know, my fiance sleeps like 5 feet away from me, so if I record anything at that time I usually can't really talk. So there's no commentary over this footage, so I'm just going to do my best to kind of explain what's going on. This is the first time that I've done a video in this way, so forgive me if I'm not the best at it. But anyway, I decided to go over to Loggers Point. I don't know why, I just had a good feeling for some reason, but we ended up coming across the first non-typical that I've seen in quite some time, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. So right here is the first time that we get a look at it. We end up killing this little doe. I decided that I should probably get as quick of a shot in as I can, but he gets over the hill just before I get lined up. So I go up there, start looking around for the tracks, and to my surprise, pretty much all of the tracks are from does. I'm not able to find anything. I do this for quite some time, just kept searching and searching, trying to find tracks. I spent probably around 20 minutes just searching that area, trying to find the first track from this guy. So right here at this point, I've already got the tracks. I'm kind of tracking the guy already. We're in the trees. There's actually quite a few other deer here, and this little doe happened to get a little bit too close, so I had to take her out, which actually ended up spooking the buck, as you can see. So I didn't really know that it was actually that buck at this point, so I go up and claim the doe, and I'm kind of just at this point thinking that, well, where's this guy? Where is he? Where's he gone? Because I've been searching for about half an hour now. Where could this buck have possibly gone? So I kept searching around, not really seeing anything though, as you would imagine, considering I spooked him. Right here I pick up this track, and this is where I kind of realized that I had already spooked him off, and I needed to go back and search for the next track. Because as you can see, he had turned around, he was going towards me. There's absolutely no way he hadn't spooked. So for about a good 5 to 10 minutes I continued searching around looking for tracks. It took me quite a while to find this next one, but I did eventually come across it. I finally did find the fleeing track from him, and I decided to run up the hill and try to see if we could spot the guy. Now at first I thought that I had spotted him in the trees, but it turned out that it was just a rock. So I was kind of bummed with that because I really had thought that I had seen it. However, right here, I catch it out of the corner of my eye and notice that there is actually our buck just chilling on the side of the hill. So I decided to get proned on the ground with the 9.3. I got lined up on him. I took my shot, and for some reason it just did not connect. I'm not actually sure why. I feel like it should have hit, but I could have got hit with a little bit of the random inaccuracies that some of the rifles have in the Hunter Classic. I've noticed that from time to time there's just certain rifles where they're not really that reliable at long range, and I think the 9.3 might just be one of those, unfortunately. That was the first time I've ever attempted a long range shot with that gun, because I actually had just gotten it recently. But anyway, here we go looking around trying to find where we hit him, and we actually did find the track and it completely missed. And so at this point where you're seeing right now, we had already started looking around, trying to follow him again. There was actually a couple other bucks that I heard during this time. There was a couple mule deer bucks, but obviously we weren't really after the mule deer bucks. We were after the non-typical. Right here is where I get the first glimpse of him after we had spooked him. And he happened to be in a pretty decent spot, honestly. It was a really good spot for pictures and a really good spot to take him out at. So I knew I had to take him out as quickly as possible before he got behind that hill, because if he had got behind the hill, there was a good chance that I'd end up spooking him again. Because this buck was a pretty skittish one, honestly. He gave me so much trouble. At this point, I'm super excited because I had been tracking this guy for, I think, 50 minutes or so. It was 50 minutes to an hour. It was a long hunt, a lot longer than I had initially wanted it to be, because I had just jumped on because I felt like I was going to get something good. I didn't actually expect to find myself a non-typical buck. This is only the second non-typical that I had ever killed. I was super excited to get it. And it was quite the wonky little guy too, as you guys can see. We go, a 101 non-typical whitetail deer. Now, here's the first little look at how wonky he really is. The one antler is just so much bigger than the other one, and I really like that about this buck. I think it's super cool that we were able to get a buck like that. And the shot was a little bit high, but we managed to take him down anyway, so that's all that really matters. And of course we had to taxidermize this guy. I believe, if I remember right, I do show the map. Yeah, right here. So as you can see, I went a long ways to look for this guy. That first little spot that I hovered my mouse over was where we found him. The rest of that path is where we chased him to, so it was quite the hunt, honestly. I tried to enter the trophy lodge, but for some reason, I couldn't. I'm not sure why. I couldn't get into my main trophy lodge, so I ended up having to go into one of the secondary ones, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate that it had to crash on me. I'm wondering if I need to just verify my files, but hopefully we can get that fixed, because it is kind of rough when you have those crashes. There he is. There is that non-typical whitetail deer. He looks good over the fireplace, but I would like to get a bigger one, because this was a pretty small non-typical. And honestly, to be fair, he kind of looks like he only has one antler. At certain angles, you can't even tell that he has that second one. So it's definitely a cool one that has a lot of character, but it's not really like what you think of when you think of a non-typical whitetail deer. So I'm hoping that pretty soon I can get another absolute monster of a non-typical, because I'm actually going to show you guys a clip that is from, I think, 2015, where I got my first non-typical whitetail, and it was quite the hunt, honestly. Now, the quality's pretty bad because this was back in 2015. I had a pretty low-end PC with low-end internet, so I couldn't really record in anything higher than 480p, unfortunately. So yeah, you guys might notice that that is a little bit lower quality than normal, and that is why. But this was the first time I ever laid eyes on a non-typical whitetail deer, and this was actually a week after they released them, I do believe. So it made it even more special. I was super happy to get the guy, and he was the first leaderboard animal I had had in quite some time. An absolute giant of a non-typical whitetail. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit different than normal, and I'm not the best at commentating over pre-recorded footage. It's just not my thing. I'm much better with the live action stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed at least. And I will see you all in the next video. I'm just gonna go ahead and let the video play out. So peace, my dudes. I hope you all have a fantastic day.